Okay, well, we are here. Um, I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. It was one of the most frustrating games that I think I have seen from Chelsea thus far, just because it seems like this keeps happening and it's coming over from last year. And when you have a team, and Chelsea did it today, just like they did last year. They had a lead and they blew a lead, and they did it twice. This is one of the huge reasons why our home form was so bad last year. Just for this reason. You give up a lead, your momentum, you win it back, you try to close it down, and you blow it at the end. This has happened so many times over the last 12 months. It's been unbelievable. Where Chelsea would have finished in the table last year if things like this didn't happen is unbelievable. That's 2 points on the board that we just left. Now, I'm going to get to the Anthony Taylor situation and the poor officiating and the poor calls, but this just needs to be addressed. And you see this from the get-go. Chelsea have a problem holding on to leads. They just do. They give up leads like there's no tomorrow. There's a reason why you saw against Everton, we park the bus at the end for the last 45 minutes. Because if we don't and we play a little bit more aggressive, we're screwed. There's something about the end of games that Chelsea don't have that clutch gene to hold on to. And I know they did it in the Champions League final. But ever since that moment, Chelsea have given up leads like you have never seen before. And I'm not just talking about, they score a goal in the 30th minute and then the other team scores a goal right after that. That's not how it works. Chelsea give up goals at the death, at the last minute of the game. And they've done this. Think about the games against Brighton last year, the games against Everton. There were so many times where Chelsea have given up leads, and it's been so frustrating to see. It's been so frustrating to see. They haven't been able to do this. It's irritating to even just think about, because you outplay Spurs for the majority of the game, and 2 silly mistakes cost you it. 2 silly mistakes. A Jorginho turnover, which I said in the preview. I said, this was before I knew that Kovacic was out. I said, if Jorginho is out there, he will cost you the damn game. And he did. He'll cost you the damn game. And Jorginho gave up a ball again because he is not athletic enough for this level to just sit on it. So he gives up the ball. Højbjerg puts it in. 1-1. The end of the game, a set piece. Now that set piece, should it have been there? That's another story. That's another question that we'll have to ask. But regardless, an inexplicable bad set piece defending at the end, giving them chances to come back and win. Ice the game. Put it in your half and dominate the possession. There has to be a way that we close out these games, because you draw games like this where you have it. This is such a huge, crucial game. Now you fall back. Now that 2 points is gone, and it's the second game of the year. I know there's so much that can happen, but you could look back at this performance and say, damn, this is where we kind of lost it, didn't we? This is a game where if we need 2 points to get to top 4 or 2 points for whatever, you're going to say that was it. That was the game. And you don't think about it much, but then you look like last year, like I said, against Brighton, against Everton in that after December. Games where you're winning, you're controlling the game, but you don't kill the game off. You look back at that now a couple months ago at the end of the season, and we did finish top 4, thankfully. But you look and you say, what are you doing? That was the season. You didn't finish it? That's the problem. Now, let's get to the officiating. I think this is going to be the talk of the game, especially at the end. There were a few circumstances where Anthony Taylor was not. He was doing his thing that he usually does against Chelsea, unfortunately. The Kai Havertz play where Romero swipes him down at the ankle, doesn't call it. They go ahead and score. Now, that wasn't the only reason they scored. Like I said before, Jorginho is so soft with the ball in the midfield that he can't handle it, and he turns it over. Then, at the end of the game, what must be the most blatant and obvious call you have ever seen in your life, that the VAR had to go to a red card check. A red card check on the play where Cucurella got his hair yanked down right in front of Anthony Taylor, but he didn't even see it. Right in front of him, he didn't see it. You know, if you could go back to a play and say, well, this foul happened in the previous possession, but it led to another corner and you missed it. Why couldn't VAR go back and look at it and say, well, he missed a clear and obvious foul, so clear and obvious that we had to check if it was a red card, but it's still, that corner is still allowed for them, and then they score a goal. It's irritating. It's so irritating. Now, mind you, Chelsea blew it at the end. They blew it. I don't think that there should have been a red card. It was a foul, certainly. It could have been a red card given. But to miss it completely? How do you do that? How do you do that? If everybody could just do me a quick favor, go ahead and like this video. It really helps getting me boosted up on the channel. So liking the video definitely helps. If you have any comments you'd like to talk about, you'd like to get in on the show, feel free to send me a DM on Twitter at CFCDP1, and I will provide you with the link to get in and kind of discuss your post-game feels and thoughts about this. Now, despite the draw, which I think if you would have told me in the beginning of this, before the game started, if you would have said Chelsea could get a draw out of this game, I would have said, okay. I would have said, okay. That's probably a fine result for this game going against Tottenham. But to see how we dominated that first period and how we really played well in the second half too. It's tough. It's tough to swallow this one because it feels like it was just taken from us wrong. So I don't know. I'm not sure where we turn from here. I don't know where. There has to be an overall feel for this team to say we can't blow late leads. How do we finish games off? How do we protect Stamford Bridge? Because currently, the way it is, we just blow too many leads. And if it's the second game of the year, I don't want to say I'm overreacting to the performance of the game, to some of the tactics and stuff. But an overarching theme that's Chelsea football has been kind of going through over the last 18 months is they've been giving up leads. They've been giving up leads left and right. Last year, December, January, So many blown leads turned to draws at home. So many of them. So many of them. It's incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating to see. So, despite the Anthony Taylor situation, which is egregious, and there should be an investigation on it, Chelsea need to finish games better. We can play the blame game all we want, and that's totally cool. It happens. But we blow leads like no tomorrow. We do it against bad teams. We do it against good teams. It doesn't matter. Chelsea play to their competition every game. Every single game. You do a shit show performance against Everton last week. And now you come against Spurs and you're cruising, you're rocking, you're rolling, you're playing. You're kind of showing them that this is our house. This is how we're going to play. We're still the top dog in London despite your ambitions and preseason accolades for doing nothing. However, Chelsea at the end always play to their competition. They give up the late goals. Silly mistakes. And now Conte's hurt. Conte's out, going to be out 4 to 6 weeks minimum. Now your midfielders are Jorginho and Gallagher. If Kovacic can come back, hopefully, pray to God, you can do that. If he doesn't, Chukwuemeka's going to have to play. Certainly, he's going to have to play. It's a real problem, what we've seen over the last 18 months. Yeah, it's tough. I am going to be coming out with a more in-depth regular match review. I'll probably come out with that later tonight. And then, I'll as always, I'll do my Sunday conversation with CFC DP. That will come out on here, and it will come out on via Spotify and Apple Podcasts. You'll be able to find the match review and the Sunday conversation on there. And I didn't really come up with my Sunday conversation topic yet, but I think it's going to be giving up leads. That's probably going to have to be what it is. Because at some point it's a mentality thing. But yeah. All right. Well, thanks for all that have joined me here for this quick little rant and rave afterwards. Definitely like this video, subscribe to the channel. And check back with me a little bit later, and I will give you a more in-depth match review of what happened. And yeah, then we'll do a Sunday conversation as well. So you can, like I said, find that on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. That'll all be there. So thanks for letting me rant to you. And if you would like to get in on these after match live shows, please go ahead and shoot me a DM on Twitter at CFCDP1, and we will chat about it there. So, like I said, stay tuned. We got a lot of more content coming with you in the next 24 hours, and we will talk to you soon.